Hi, my name is Mike McLaughlin. I'm Executive Vice President of Retirement Products at Ash Brokerage.
Welcome back to Winning Strategies. Longevity continues to be one of the greatest risks in retirement. Many people will tell you that longevity is the greatest multiplier of all the other risks in retirement. I agree with that statement. If you are living longer, your medical expenses increase and continue to grow with inflation. Life expectancy has increased by 2.5 years for every decade here in the United States since 1900. Time magazine reported that there is likely a person on the face of the earth today, probably a toddler, that will grow to be 142 years old. You can only imagine what that person's world will be like in the year 2160. Taking longevity off the table requires looking at retirement income differently. It's no longer okay to just plan to spend down the client's assets through systematic withdrawals. We know that the 4% rule is no longer a healthy withdrawal rate. Mathematicians are telling us that it's closer to 2.85% to 3%. One of the most underutilized products in retirement planning is the QLAC, Qualified Longevity Annuity Contract. A QLAC is simply a deferred income annuity that begins income no later than 85 years and 1 month. We did a study on QLACs and found the use of deferred income a valuable tool to consider. We took 4 traditional portfolios of $500,000, conservative all the way up through aggressive. We looked at the probability of success of having $1 in the portfolio at age 90, 95, and age 100. We then went back and placed a QLAC into the portfolio and kept the remaining assets in the same asset allocation. There are 48 cells in this study. The QLAC improved the probability of success in every cell. That is, every one of those cells. Keep in mind that these products are fixed, deferred annuities. We remain in the lowest interest rate environment in the history of the United States, and especially for insurance companies. Yet a guaranteed product improved the probability of success in every cell. What's more interesting is that the widest changes happened at younger, more conservative clients. Too often, we are looking at QLACs as a tax play to defer required minimum distributions. Instead, we need to leverage the power of guaranteed lifetime income. So your winning strategy, take a look at your younger, more conservative clients and talk to them about leveraging the power of QLAC within their portfolio. I think that you will find that you can have significant improvement in the probability of success for many of your clients.